I'm Victor Wild from Calibers.
I'm Lauren Liddy from Calibers, and today we are going to be answering some fan questions.
From the fan club Calibers Squadron.
We have 15 in total to answer, and the first one is from Roxanne Young, age 12 from London, and the question is, how did Calibers start and how did you meet each other? Victor, would you like to answer this one?
Well, we met each other through college, and we started a college band called Precision.
That
and
went down well.
What changed to Nuclear Orchid and God knows what else.
I think it actually became Panic on It Orange at some point as well.
But no one turned up for rehearsals, so what we decided to do was...
what him and Paddy decided to do.
Me and Paddy Sayers decided to start our own band. At the time it was going to be a metal band.
But we'll just say basically
we asked Lauren to be a bassist.
And I kicked up a fuss because I wanted to be the singer as well. Because we were looking for another singer, and I threw a wobbly and was like, I want to be the singer, and so
yeah,
I became the singer, and that's
became the singer.
How Calibers started, really.
That was back in
September, October 2011.
So yeah.
The next question is each of your favourite guitars that you use, and that is from Danny Mecca, age 17 from Ireland.
Well, I'll let you start with that one.
Oh,
your bass.
My bass, I love my bass. I got it for my 18th birthday.
Do you want to get it? It's over there.
I'm gonna go and get my bass and show off my bass because it's my baby.
What is it? It's a Switch
It's a
fibre
Switch
cell.
fibre cell, and
You're not in camera shot yet.
I'm not. Hold on.
Here she is.
Here I come, walking down the street. Sorry, I apologise. This is my baby that I have had now for just over a year. I don't know why I like it so much. I picked it up when I was in Denmark Street and played it and was like, I love this, it sounds amazing.
And it's starting to show well on the back.
Yeah, it is starting to, it has been much loved, I think is the terminology for my bass.
Is it active or passive?
Oh, it is no, not active, passive, sorry. I'm half asleep today, I'm really sorry. It is passive pickups.
What strings do you use?
Oh, I use lovely Dean Markley Jerry Only Signature. And the one thing that set me off about this bass is there are thumb grooves on it, so I can just rest my thumb in the thumb groove. What about you, Victor? What's your favourite guitar that you use?
Well, this is a 1979 Greco Les Paul custom prototype. There's 4 of them in the world. It's got P90 pickups. I strung them with only ball Paris Linkies. I put them on all my guitars, apart from acoustics. Yeah, this I've had for about 2 years. Cost me an arm and a leg, and it is starting to show serious wear on it. And I got this mint condition, and it's starting to fall apart.
But that is the sign of a much loved guitar.
And one funny story about this was the
Paddy.
second or third rehearsal of Calibers. He opened a beer right in front of the guitar, and beer was spilt into the pickups.
It's changed the sound of the guitar for the better, really.
The beer is still in the guitar. It's not ever been taken out. So, yeah, it's showing wear.
Right, our next question. Oh, sorry, phone is messing up. Our next question is from Corey Miller, age 45, Upland, California. And his question is, do you have any tattoos? If so, what are they and their meaning? And are you getting any new tattoos soon? I think I'll let Victor start with this one.
Well, first one I've got is a spider web with spanners in coming out of the web. Got this done at Old London Road Tattoos on the day of our first ever gig.
Yeah, that's quite a funny story actually. I'll tell you after I tell you about my tattoos.
I still need to get it shaded, but it's basically, the meaning behind it is I'm trained as a mechanic by trade. So yeah, and the next tattoo I'm getting is going to be Roman numerals XE11 for 1992, my birth year, with a monkey behind it.
Which Lauren is currently designing, so once I have the
which
design
you are
done,
designing,
which I am designing.
But you just spoke in a third person.
I like speaking in third person.
What about you?
I have a treble on my wrist, obviously for my love of music. I got that done at Old London Road. And what's quite funny is we done it on the day of our first gig. He goes and gets his tattoo done on his elbow, I go and get my wrist, and then we play a half an hour set in which Victor's still strapped up because it'd only been like, what, an hour since you got it done?
About an hour beforehand.
An hour beforehand he'd got it done.
And how to after the gig we got lost.
Actually, this will answer one of the other questions, which is what is the best story about travelling to one of your gigs, which is basically we were in Kingston.
We won't answer that one yet, but
it's quite a funny story, so when we get to that question, it's a funny one.
When we were outside of a gig afterwards, we were walking about and realised that my arm was bleeding like nobody's business. And we took off the thing, and what was it? Like
it was like
half a pint of type of blood.
It was basically let's take off the cling film, and then it was like blood everywhere, and it was quite nasty. And the next tattoo I'm gonna get is a butterfly with 4 stars coming off of it, which has been designed and it looks really cool. I really like it. The meaning behind it being I've got 2 younger brothers and then my mum and dad, so I'm going to get 3 blue ones and a pink one, and then the butterfly represents me. And yeah.
Next question.
The next question, if you had to describe Calibers in 4 words, what would they be? And this is from, I am really sorry, I will probably pronounce your name wrong.
Let's see. Sergio McPhee.
Age 20 from Moscow. How would you describe Calibers in 4 words, Vic?
Mental.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Insane.
I think insane and mental count as the same thing.
No, it's too. You can't have enough.
Unique.
Yeah, unique.
Yeah, unique. I think would be a word to describe Calibers. And I can't think of a 4th word. Loud.
Yeah,
loud. Is another word because we like
deafening.
Deafening. If you come to one of our gigs, you will know we like it loud.
You won't be able to hear yourself.
If you can hear yourself after the gig,
let
us know because we weren't loud enough. The next question is, what are your 3 biggest influences in each of your playing styles? And that is from Lucy Jenkins, age 18 in Coventry.
Well, I'll let you start because you got singing.
Oh, I've got singing and bass. My singing influences, I'm quite a big fan of Paramore, so I would say that Hayley Williams is one of them. I do quite, lyrical wise, Amy Lee is an influence on my singing, and just for the rawness of my voice, and I really like it, is Joan Jett. Bass wise, I'd have to say Jerry Only from Misfits. I mean, I have his signature strings for crying out loud.
You met the man.
I met the man. Yes, that was quite something.
If you go onto
Facebook, there is a picture.
There's a folder called Calibers Meet and See the Misfits.
Me and Victor went to that, thanks to a mate who was getting rid of her tickets, and it was really good. And I looked terrified against this guy who was like this high. Imagine I'm standing up and massive.
And I hadn't shaved in about 3 months, so I looked like a fat tubby fuck with like shitloads of hair.
Yeah.
Chili win.
I'd have to say that it's not an influence on my playing style, but I do quite like Flea from Red Hot Chili Peppers. I do, and I've actually forgot the bassist from Muse's name. What's the bassist from Muse called?
I don't know.
I can't
just know
remember,
him
but
as
he...
LED lights on his bass.
Yeah, but I would say he is one of my influences, and I've forgotten his name because he's just so different. Stop doing that. Stop it. He's just so different in what he plays. It's nice.
He's got told.
So, yeah, I'm gonna pass over to Victor for his influences on his playing style.
My influence on playing style is James Hetfield from Metallica. Someone pointed out to me recently that I could hold a pick exactly the same way as him, which was quite odd. But yeah, James Hetfield from Metallica. Doyle von Frankenstein from
We all
Misfits.
like Doyle von Frankenstein.
If you watch us live, you'll see some of our songs is very heavily
Actually, if you
influenced.
look at one of our videos live, you will see, I think it's from our second gig in Camden, you will see that Victor had his hair cut like Jerry Only or Doyle, and it's quite funny.
No, that's not on the videos, that's on the pictures.
No, I have the video, so I might just cut it and upload it just for our fans.
But Doyle's big influence on my playing style. Thirdly, I would have to say Brian Setzer from Stray Cats. Big fan of his, and that's influenced a lot of my slower type of playing style.
Okay.
Next question.
The next question is, what are each of your top 5 albums of all time? And that is from Bella Dawes, age 26, from Brazil. Now this is a toughie for me, because I have like top 3, I don't have a top 5. So...
Do you want me to start?
I'll let Victor start.
Okay. Famous Monsters by Misfits. Brilliant album. Descending Angel, Die Monster Die, We Are, Fiend Club. Loads of good tracks on that. Second would be the Black Album by Metallica. Fantastic album. Listened to that so many times. Then I would say American 4 by Johnny Cash. He's one of my favourite lyric writers, and that album's just mind blowing. After that, I would most probably say Blizzard of Oz by Ozzy Osbourne. I love that album. It's got Mr. Crowley on it, Crazy Train, Revelations, brilliant album. And then I would have to say, I don't know if you count it as an album, but Jimi Hendrix Greatest Hits.
I think that's classified as an album, really. It is an album.
Because it's anyone who plays guitar has to listen to Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah, if you don't, just give up playing guitar, really.
I'm not being funny, if you can't play at least one Jimi Hendrix song,
play guitar.
Even if it's one of his covers like All Along the Watchtower, don't just put the guitar down and walk away and hang your head in shame.
Shame.
Yeah. Lon. Your top 5.
My top 5. I'd have to say Riot by Paramore. Just because I like lyrics and I like the style of playing, and I could listen to any song off that album, really. Fallen by Evanescence. I really like. Lyrics are really good, powerful lyrics, very powerful lyrics. This is hard.
Muse?
Huh? Oh, Muse. Oh, Muse. I would have to say Showbiz, because I absolutely adore Sunburn, Muscle Museum, and Unintended. I think they are amazing tracks to listen to.
So 2 more.
2 more albums. This is really difficult for me. Boom. I'd have to say I do quite like the Falling in Reverse album. The Drug in Me Is You, I think is the name of the album.
I can't remember.
I think that's the name of the album. I quite like it. Very.
Yeah, if you haven't heard of Falling in Reverse, check.
Please do check them out. It is the old lead singer of Escape Fate. So
before Escape with Fate went bad.
Yeah, before Craig.
It's
Actually, I won't slag off another band. You know that everyone's to their own. But
I will. But Situation singer.
Very very good.
Is Escape Fate singer.
Very good, and some of the songs have lyrics in it that if you will find funny. So check them out.
One more album.
One more album. I would have to say Californication by Red Hot Chili Peppers, the album. I quite like that.
I like the Cephas song?
Oh yeah, I like Road Tripping on it. Road Tripping's quite good. But that would be my...
I think Cephas song's on Californication.
I think it is. Right. The next question is one that I think both of us have been dying to answer since we read it. And it is, if you could be any superhero, who would you be and why? And that is from Helen Jameson, age 20, LA, California. What superhero would you be?
I'm Batman.
It's simple. Yes. Kill the Batman.
Yes, if I had to choose superhero, Batman. He has the car, he has the money, he has the girls, and for fuck's sake, he beats up people with high-tech gadgets. What's not to like? And the car, chicks dig the car.
Chicks dig the car. Now, mine. I don't.
Points if you get what that's coming from as well. What film?
I'm more a fan of villains, but I don't know whether it's a crossover really.
I know
for
what
who
you're
I'd
gonna
pick.
say, but it's
really difficult.
I would count it as a vigilante.
Yeah, more vigilante, but
because it's got criminal sides,
yeah,
but it's also a hero.
Yeah,
as well.
so I would pick Catwoman, and this is just basically because I'm sorry, I know there are children watching this, but I would not mind the tight leather and the whip. I wouldn't mind the tight leather and the whip, and to be able to be that flexible. Okay. Right.
Anyway,
I quite enjoyed answering that question. It was one that I had to think about quite hard. The next one is the most embarrassing thing to happen to you on stage, and that's from Max Henry, age 29 in London.
Mine would be we did a couple of gigs at a place called the Egerton in Hammersmith, and the first gig we went there, I think it was the second or third song.
I think it was third song in.
I broke the A string on the guitar.
And
that was the end of that gig.
And because we didn't have any spare strings, so we learned from this mistake, and now we bring spare strings
with me all the time.
I think my most embarrassing thing to happen on stage was I actually headbutted my mic by accident once, but none of the boys saw me do it. Basically, I'd come back from, we were doing Devil in Disguise, and I'd come back from doing the breakdown.
I think I know what you're actually talking about.
And I'd come back from doing the breakdown. I think it was the Water Rats gig. I'd come back from doing the breakdown.
No, but the thing is,
and whacked my head off of the microphone.
Actually, if you look at the Water Rats pictures by Robert Lipnicki.
Lipnicki, yeah.
Lipnicki, I think. Photo Shanty. There's a picture of Lauren holding her head.
Because I just headbutted and the microphone is kind of veered off. Yeah. Because I just hit my head off it.
So points as well if you get
if you see that picture, if you find that picture,
right. And if you
find that picture, I'll tell you what. The first person to find that picture on Squadron, if you put
what we're going to do,
whatever cover you would like us to do, I will do.
What we're going to do is, the quote I said about chicks dig the car. If you get that, if you get this, and we're chucking another points question in later on in this video.
Yeah.
If you get all three right, we'll send you a free copy of Pain and Pleasure.
Yeah.
And the new EP Calibers Live.
Yeah, and with terms of Shattered Memories, because I know all of you have been dying to know about it.
I think that's coming out end of next month.
End of next month, and we are just sorting out the cover. Once it is all done, we will post it on the website so that all your anticipation.
But tomorrow's the 21st.
Yes,
and that's when Calibers Live comes out. But if you come to any of our gigs and buy any of the other EPs, you'll get a free copy of that anyway.
Yeah.
So
cool. The next question is, what is your dream instrument and vehicle? Right. I do have a dream bass, but more or less I have a dream guitar.
What's your dream guitar?
My dream guitar is a 1969 Fender Stratocaster.
What colour?
Oh, what colour do you think?
3-tone sunburst?
No.
White?
Yep.
Ah, okay.
And vehicle-wise, I'm not really like a big fan of cars. I'm more bikes. I like bikes. But I'd have to say I quite like the look, even though I can't have one for a long time, of the look of the Triumph Bonneville. It's really nice, like proper old school looking bike. It's nice. That would be my choice on instrument and...
Yeah, mine is, since the Greco is a copy of the 55 Les Paul Custom, it'd be a original 1955 Les Paul Custom and a 1955 Chevy Bel Air from the film American Graffiti. And also, here's another bonus points question. If you can guess, well, if you can tell us who directed the film American Graffiti and who was the driver in the
Hold on 1 minute.
Chevy.
You can't do that because I don't even know the answer to that question.
And if you could link it to one of the biggest sci-fi films of all time,
Right. So that's bonus question 3.
So director and actor of the driver.
Right. The next question is from Hannah Whoa. I can't pronounce your surname. I'm really sorry here, hon.
And Hannah Meloise.
I think it's Meloise from Mexico City, and the question is, what is your routine before a gig?
Oh, I'm going to let you start.
My routine before a gig,
yours is long.
Mine's not that long.
Long with mine.
I find the need to, before I go on stage, look at a band that I like performing live. Because...
You just do?
I just do. It's just something I do. And I also find the need to have alcohol before I go on stage just to steady my nerves. And dependent on what, I will either have a JD and Coke or a Maker's Mark and Coke. And failing that, Strongbow. And I do a vocal warm-up, obviously, because you need to do vocal warm-ups. They're very important.
Well, mine's simple. Mine's energy drink on the way to the gig.
I need to stay awake, man. I need to stay awake.
And about 4 or 5 cigarettes before going on stage, and any beer, basically, which is drinkable.
Sometimes it may not have to be drinkable.
It could be at end of a barrel, at least.
Yeah, at least it's a drink, you know.
Especially if it's free.
Right. As this was one of the questions that we nearly answered earlier on, because we do have, this is a very funny story. Well, actually, I say funny, more or less.
Funny at the time.
It wasn't funny at the time, but now it is really funny. And the question is, what's the funniest story of you travelling to or from one of your gigs? And that's from Gordon Steele, age 39, from Newcastle.
Do you want me to roll this up?
Right. Do you want to roll?
Yeah. Basically, first ever gig, basically Paddy had jumped into a lift we had sorted for equipment to go back, and he took the last favourable seat. So me and Lauren thought, okay, well, we'll go back, have a few drinks.
With some of the people that were at the venue.
Yeah, some of the people who came to see us, and then...
Realised time.
We left it, I think it's when it closed.
Which was about 12:15.
And we had to top off our oysters, because in London you use these things called Oyster cards to travel around.
Which, if you're in London, you know the hell of Oyster cards, and the hell of trying to top them up.
The place was in Kingston upon Thames. Now, the thing in Kingston upon Thames is notorious for topping off Oyster cards. Machines don't usually work.
Yeah,
And lo and behold, machines didn't work.
Kept on spitting out my pound coins. I was not impressed.
So we ended up walking around trying to find a shop.
Didn't we end up walking to...
Well, we tried walking to find a shop.
Oh my god! Right, I get really annoyed.
And the shop had just closed.
Just closed, and I was like, dude, can I please top up my Oyster card? And I get so annoyed.
And he said, no.
And no,
and walked off. It was kind of like Daffy Duck from Looney Tunes. Dun, 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 dun.
I was so pissed off. I was like, oh, fuck you then, you know.
And
sort
then,
of like,
yeah, basically after that,
we ended up walking
to
walk to the next
Thames.
train station.
What I think it's Morden station. It could be this on other side of the Thames. If you know Kingston, you'll know where
yeah,
we're talking
you know
about.
where we're on about. You walk across the bridge and.
Finally topped up, and this is when we found out that I was bleeding shitloads.
Right, this is when we realised that he had had his wrap for his tattoo on for like 3-4 hours when they specified 2 hours. And then we had to take it all off and it was
because I was meant to drink alcohol even, and I was drinking alcohol during the gig. Yeah, bad.
Bad idea.
Basically, I didn't follow advice for tattoo artist.
Basically, what he didn't do was like, because
Everything
basically the thing
artist.
is the gig was actually 2 hours after his tattoo had finished, so he could have gone and
done it was about an hour and a half.
About an hour and a half.
Maybe an hour.
After we got off stage, he could have went and sorted out his tattoo because I had all the banks and everything. But no.
So yeah, basically, realised a lot of things. I mean, we had to walk all the way back to Kingston. Walked all the way back. Got to Richmond, and it was a half an hour wait for
oh my gosh,
bus.
it was like, we got to Richmond, and then it was like, we'll wait for the 33.
But yeah.
In Richmond, okay? And the funny thing is...
the 33 is usually very regular.
Yeah, even at that time of night, because it's a 24-hour bus.
It was about 1 in the morning.
And we were standing in, what were we standing in? Basically, it was freezing.
George
okay,
Street,
it was January. It was quite cold, and we
yeah,
were standing in a doorwell to keep warm.
Basically, yeah. So that's that story. There's not much left to it. We got home in the end.
Yeah, we got home and then fell asleep.
And also travelling in the morning of that gig.
Oh my god!
Me and Lauren hadn't had much sleep. We had been up most of the night.
We were at Paddy's.
We were at Paddy's, and Paddy had taken up the bed.
So basically, what me and Victor decided to do at 6 o'clock in the morning was kick him out of his own bed.
And then Paddy decided to spoon us, which was...
No, he decided to spoon you. I was kind of at the bottom of the bed like a cat.
Yeah, I popped him out, and then he kind of like put his feet on your face.
And I was like,
stop spooning me. Thank God for that. But
and then when I slept in the chair.
We woke up about 2 hours later. We walked all the way from
Wandsworth to Putney.
And yeah, basically the whole way he was
bitched about being tired.
And he had about 9-10 hours sleep.
And he was like, I'm tired. I was like, dude, we went to bed at 6. It is 8.
So yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, that was quite fun.
Now.
Right.
Want to kill them.
The next question is, who chose the name Calibers and White? And that is from Faye Regan, age 23, Las Vegas. I didn't choose the name.
No,
I wasn't present at the name
Lauren joined
choosing.
After the name.
So I don't actually know the meaning behind Calibers. But
well, you might get a bit insightful here. Me and Paddy were trying to pick names, and we're going through loads of stuff and thinking of themes, because he liked Slipknot and he wanted like a theme to a band, and we're going through shitload of stuff, and the one common thing we both had was we liked tanks and guns.
Typical boys, hey?
Yeah. So we're going through shit, and his idea at the time I think was AK-47.
The what? I would not have joined the band had it had been called AK-47. Gosh, you may as well have called it Call of Duty and be done with it.
So I had suggested Calibers after like bullet Calibers, but spelled it the American way because it looked cooler.
It does actually look better. Us English people are a bit dyslexic.
Yeah.
Let's put R before E. It makes sense.
Paddy was a bit skeptical verse, and then he said it had a nice ring to it, so we stuck with it. And the singer before Lauren,
oh, Ben Ward, oh my gosh.
Singer for about 2 rehearsals.
No, it was 1 rehearsal. Basically, the first rehearsal I came to, we had this guy called Ben.
You weren't at the first rehearsal then?
Was I not? No, I was really late. I was there.
Yeah.
Basically, he was part of the band and we got rid of him.
Yeah. So, and he liked it as well. So we stuck with Calibers.
And I joined and wasn't going to argue about the name, really.
And people liked it, so we stuck with it.
Right. The next question is, which of each of your favourite songs have you made? And that is from Joy Fields, 30 from New York.
What's yours?
Oh. Well,
I know which is my favourite one to play.
I'd have to say, I can't really decide between Devil in Disguise and Forget. I quite like both of them because
Well, my favourite one,
I wasn't finished!
Well, finish then.
Don't stop him up, see? Band love. Right? Because basically they're both quite powerful. Also, here is a point question.
Another point question. We're
going to
make you work for this shit.
Point
There will
question.
be one of our prizes of posters.
If any of you, sorry about the feedback on mic, if any of you can tell me the first 2 lines of the 3rd verse in Devil, that's a point question.
Shouldn't be too hard.
It shouldn't be too difficult. I thought I'd put a kid-friendly one in there, okay? Because the other 2 aren't that kid-friendly.
Well, it'll be one of our prizes of posters and shit.
And stuff like that.
Yeah.
And also, whilst we're here from Roxanne, we will sort you out a signed poster.
And everyone who's asked questions, we'll sort out signed stuff for.
And we will sort it out with Squadron.
Yeah, we'll sort out signed stuff for everyone.
So, what's your favourite song?
Well, my favourite song, which I've written guitar for, is Forget. But my favourite one to play would be Mindfuck.
Oh, Mindfuck is just one of those songs. Like, we will tell you the story of Mindfuck whilst we're here. Basically, we were at Victor's, and I was in a very, very foul mood, and I was like, let's write a song. And as you do when you're pissed off, right? Some people draw, some people hit stuff. I write songs, and
who was this from?
This was from Joy Fields, 30 from New York, which I did actually say a minute ago.
Sorry, Joy Fields.
Basically, and I was rather pissed off with someone, and along came Mindfuck. So, yeah.